evening, you're watching the news from the Sultan of Oman television. First, the headlines. Assigned by His Majesty the Sultan, His Excellency the Minister of Transport and Communication opened Sultan Qaboos Mosque in the Wilayah of Shinas. Al Nasser club wins the Cup of His Majesty the Sultan for football after beating Sohar on penalties. The Wilayah of Madha in the Governorate of Musandam contains much evidence of the deep-rooted Omani history and has a unique topography. And a Palestinian is killed and several others wounded by the Israeli fire in the Gaza border confrontations. Those are the headlines, and now for the news in detail. Assigned by His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Mohammed Al Futaizi, Minister of Transport and Communication, presided over the opening of Sultan Qaboos Mosque in the Wilayah of Shinas in the Governorate of North Batna. The mosque is located on an area of 61,280 square meters, and the construction area stands at 9,172 square meters. The mosque includes a main prayer hall which can accommodate 2,592 worshippers, in addition to a prayer hall for women that accommodates 357 people. The mosque also contains a public library, classrooms, offices for administration, maintenance and stores. The remaining areas are for green spaces, external work and car parking. The mosque, which is one of the landmarks in the Wilayat, is constructed by His Majesty's private expenses to enhance the religious and spiritual aspects of the citizens and residents in the Sultanate. Al Nasser club won the Cup of His Majesty the Sultan for the 5th time in its history after beating Sohar 6-5 on penalties, after the original and extra time ended with a positive draw 2-2. The final match, which was held last night at the Sultan Qaboos Sports Complex in Baushar, under the patronage of His Excellency Dr. Fawad bin Jafar Al Sajwani, Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries, in the presence of a number of ministries, undersecretaries, the chairman of the Omani Olympic Committee and the chairman of Sports Federation and clubs. At the end of the match, His Excellency the Guest Chief handed over the Cup of His Majesty the Sultan for football and gold medals to Al Nasser Club, as well as the silver medals to Sohar Club. The Wilayah of Madha is one of the wilayahs of the Governorate of Musandam, located in the north of Oman. It contains much evidence of the deep-rooted Omani history and has a unique topography. It is in fact a natural museum. It includes many historical and archaeological sites that talk about its great history. The Wilayah was in the past a transport hub that connects east and west of Oman's coastlines. The Wilayah is full of many date palms, mango and lemon plantations that are irrigated by filages. It also includes old trees that date back to 200 years. The Wilayah has enjoyed many fruits of the blessed Renaissance, being led by His Majesty Sultan Qaboos. The comprehensive development has covered all parts of the Wilayah in various walks of life, such as education, healthcare, roads, municipal and port services, and other achievements. Palestinians torched piles of tires near Gaza's border with Israel today, sending huge plumes of black smoke into the air and drawing Israeli fire that killed one man in the second-largest protest in the volatile area in a week. At least 40 protesters were hurt, including 5 seriously injured. Today's death brought the number of Palestinians killed in Gaza to 23 over the past week, including 17 protesters. Today's march was the second in what Hamas said would be several weeks of protesters against a decade-old border blockade of the territory. Thousands of Palestinians streamed to 5 tent encampments that organizers had set up at various points from north to south, each about several hundred meters from the border fence. Israel has drawn sharp criticism for its open-fire border along the borders, including the warnings that those approaching or trying to damage the fences would be targeted. The UN Human Rights Office said it has indications that Israeli forces used excessive force during a deadly crackdown on protesters last week in Gaza, and expressed concern about possible further violence. Spokeswoman Elizabeth Trussell noted today that Israeli forces are required under international human rights law to respect the rights to peacefully assemble and expression and to use, to the extent possible, non-violent means to discharge their duties. She said live fire by Israeli forces killed 16 people and reportedly wounded more than 1,000 others, many who were unarmed. She also said there were ominous statements from Israeli authorities leading up to the protest. Pakistan's Prime Minister was in Afghanistan today for a day-long visit many see as effort to ease strained relations between the two neighborhoods and revive a push for peace talks with the Taliban. Shahid Abbasi was welcomed by the Afghan President Ashraf Ghani in Kabul. The two inspected an honor guard at the presidential palace before heading in for a meeting. Abbasi was accompanied by several other top Pakistani officials on the trip. Pakistan is under pressure from Kabul and Washington to stop offering safe havens to militants blamed for attacks in Afghanistan, a charge Islamabad denies. Pakistan, widely seen as the only party that can bring the Taliban to the negotiating table, also insists its influence over the insurgents has been exaggerated. Delegates and international lenders were taking part in a conference in Paris today to rally investment and support for Lebanon's economy, which has been battered by neighboring Syria's civil war and years of political turmoil. Some 50 countries and international organizations are expected at the Cedar Conference, where Beirut will request up to $22 billion for an 8 to 12-year investment program. Lebanon is home to some 1.2 million refugees, accounting for nearly a quarter of its population. From 2007 until 2010, Lebanon's economy grew at an average of 9% annually, but it hit a major downturn in 2011 when a political crisis brought down the government and the Syria uprising stoked unrest among Lebanese factions. Contemporary Asian artist Ilha Kim said she wants her unusual large-scale paper art to take people by surprise. The South Korean artist officially launched her new UK solo show titled Sensory Portrait in London on Wednesday. Kim's work are made of tens of thousands of paper rolls she calls seeds. To create the seeds, she uses traditional handmade Korean mulberry paper known as hanji, which she hand dyes following ancient traditions and rolls and cuts into pieces of varying lengths and sizes. Each item is unique and together they construct a universe with a constantly changing dialogue between light and shadow. The artwork takes months to create and Kim often works on several pieces simultaneously to optimize her time. Making tens of thousands of paper rolls requires patience, but the artist said she does not get frustrated with the process. Kim, who has been making paper art for around 8 years and has a background in Oriental painting. The exhibition at the House of Fine Arts Gallery in London's Pall Mall runs through April 17. Still to come in a news bulletin. The College of Banking and Financial Studies marks the graduation of its 2018 batch of graduates. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. The Department of Agriculture Development and the Governorate of Sarsarkia organized a seminar entitled Ideal Ways to Benefit from Agriculture Waste. The seminar came within the framework of efforts exerted by the department to encourage farmers and animal breeders to adopt various programs that will contribute in the development of both agriculture and animal wealth sectors. Meanwhile, the research data shows that the total waste from palm trees reaches more than 200 tons annually. According to latest statistics issued by the Public Authority for Social Insurance, the active establishments covered by social insurance systems increased to more than 16,726. This notable increase came due to the youth's desire to open their own private institutions, which resulted in an increase in the number of active insured people in the private sector to more than 224,000. Meanwhile, the active people covered in the insurance systems on Omanis owning private businesses and their equivalent reached 9,653 by the end of February 2018. The College of Banking and Financial Studies marked the graduation of its 2018 batch of graduates at the Sheraton Oman Hotel. The event was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Hamid bin Salam Al Rawahi, the CEO of the Telecommunications Regulatory Authority. More details in the following report by Salah bin Khalfan Al Rabi.
Of the dedication, the commitment you've given.
Equipped with essential ingredients for operating in today's international business environment, 300 students holding bachelor and diploma degree made the total number of the 2018 batch of graduates from the College of Banking and Financial Studies.
It means a lot because we worked so hard to reach where we are today, and inshallah this is just the opening and just the beginning of more and more success. And we really thank our parents and everyone that are here today for this, and inshallah this is not the end, this is the beginning of a new journey, inshallah.
The Sultanate is witnessing a quantum leap in the economic sector, and to contribute in this progress, the College of Banking and Financial Studies prepared these graduates with a wide range of specializations.
This is our really big day after learning all the tools and skills and talents, learning from the lecturers all the way. This is now our rule to implement all whatever we studied since 4 years. I think the future is there for us, waiting for us. We need to build our future by implementing whatever we studied.
I am really happy today because and I advise all students to put a lot of effort because Oman deserves more and more and more, and Oman needs us in this particular time.
The 2018 batch graduates majored in the areas of accounting and finance, business and management, business administration, accounting, auditing and finance, and banking and finance. These graduates will contribute in the steady progress of the country in the fields of finance and banking. For the Sultanate of Oman Television English News, Salih bin Khalfan Al Rahbi, Muscat.
Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear skies will prevail over the Sultanate with chances of low clouds and fog late at night and early morning over the governorates of Sarsarkia, Dhofar and Worcester. Winds will be south to southeasterly light to moderate, and seas will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. Signed by His Majesty the Sultan, His Excellency the Minister of Transport and Communication opens Sultan Qaboos Mosque in the Wilayah of Shinas. Al Nasser Club wins the Cup of His Majesty the Sultan for football after beating Sohar on penalties. The Wilayah of Mata and the Governorate of Musandam contains much evidence of the deep-rooted Omani history and has a unique topography. And a Palestinian is killed and several others wounded by Israeli fire in the Gaza border confrontations. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsrooms and the studio, it's good night.